Start up this 77 43-year-old Crown that I would trust to drive anywhere and take it for a ride. To start out with, let's just fire her up and warm her up. Typical Detroit starts on the first crank. You'll notice over on the far left the air brake, emergency brake. There's a toggle switch right here. That's the Jake brake. It does have a working Jake. We just rebuilt it and it's beautiful. Here's the ignition. Over on the other side, this bus has electric windshield wipers, not air. That's an unusual conversion. Over here it has the heater switches. The heater has just been replumbed. Both the cooling system has just been redone. Both thermostats are brand new. The louvers that close over the radiator to keep it warm in the wintertime, which never work on a Crown, have all been replaced and rebuilt. The air door is the old-fashioned two-button door, unlike the modern ones, which have a modern. The 30-year-old ones are modern. The 43-year-old ones are antique. But anyway, it has the early system, and it's just been rebuilt. The seals in the controls have been replaced with the O-rings, and the actuator motor, which is different from the later ones, has been redone. So all the air is solid, no leaks, and the door opens and closes properly. Doesn't slam open or close the way a lot of Crowns do. As we take a look around this 43-year-old bus, the first thing we discover is that the driver's seat is like new, not beat up like most Crowns, and it's an original factory Crown seat. It's not an air seat, but I'll tell you, it's got lots of adjustments and it's comfortable and it's cool to have it originally. You can always put it with car or something if you want. The note that the seats have had covers put over the tops to get rid of the side wear. So a typical seat with the cover off looks like that. So the interior, not perfect, but the interior is better than most because it has the protection over the top that's taking care of it. So just walking back, you can see it's a clean bus, although it's a little dusty from sitting out here at J&R. It's just got a dusty place. But the seats, for the most part, are in pretty good shape. And tinfoil is no extra charge. There is some graffiti back here if you like graffiti. But the bad kids always sit at the very back. Here we go back forward. See, the paint on the roof is good. The floor is in excellent condition for its age. No big soft spots. The floor cover has just been off as we replaced the water pump and some other gears and stuff on the top of the engine that had some wear. So we have the cooling system completely redesigned, from water pump to thermostats, to valves, to actuators. Everything's done, and this bus runs right at 180 or less all the time, and the heater is red hot. Everything works exactly right. The bus was not overheated, it simply wouldn't get warm enough the way it was set up before. All right, here's your Eaton Fuller modern 10-speed shifter from when it was converted from a 5-speed. Still has a 5-speed pattern on the dash, but the Fuller is a 10-speed, and of course it has the 373 aggressive gears, which don't come with a label, but they sure make a difference. She is a beautiful, beautiful bus. So you can walk around real fast. We're here at J&R Diesel where we get them worked on. She's just finished a major several $1,000s set of repairs to be in the kind of condition that a Crown should be before you head cross country. And unlike most Crowns, you're not going to be beating the engine to death at 65. On the red line, you're going to be driving at 75 at lower RPM. She's a shiny one. Your wheels and tires are the wheels I just bought. It had a mismatched set of alloys. The wheels I just bought, the original wheels on this bus were 20-inch with in the old days with split rims. They had 5 holes. I wanted to keep the original look of the bus, so when I switched it to 22.5s and got these beautiful 22.5 tires, all virtually new, I went ahead and found an early set of 5-hole 22.5s, the modern style tubeless wheel. So the bus has the original look. If you want to change them, you can. If you do, I'd like the wheels back because they're pretty hard to find. Here's the radiator on the side. Here's the engine cover, because the engine, as you know on these, is mounted under the bus under the floor, halfway back. There's the cover. Here's the cover for the intake and the batteries. Look at these rear tires. They're just about as good as the front. Beautiful tires in this bus. Remember, every tire that goes on one of these buses, 22.5 wheels, are the 1200 or 12R 22.5. New is for $4,500. You got 6 very, very good tires, probably 30 to 50,000 miles worth of rubber. Note the bumpers and some of the other trim has been repainted on the bus. Notice that it's currently registered in California through 2021, fall of 2021. This bus is completely unaware to the California Air Resources Board. It's not on their chart because the VIN number is not a 17-digit early body style before they changed the VIN. So as far as I know, this is legal to drive in California as far as you want, anytime you want. I can't say, I'm not an attorney, but I can tell you the CARB doesn't know about the bus and has no way of tracing it from what I understand. She is a beautiful, straight, shiny bus, all aluminum. Here's some more of those beautiful tires that the bus has all the way around. We got really, really good tires for this. And here's the remaining front tire. That's good tread. While we're here, let's take a look. We're at J&R Diesel, in my opinion, the best diesel shop for vintage Detroit in the western United States. There's a few more Crowns here. Probably more Crowns than you see in one place very often anymore. Here's a real serious project Crown, and it's definitely the worst for wear, but it's a Crown, so it's worth saving. Next to that is Mike McLean's 855, which will go 80 or more, like our bus will that we're talking about here. It's a beauty. It's one of the fastest Crowns. It may go 90. It may be faster than our bus, but our bus is fast enough. Here's another one of my buses, the 1980 automatic that cruises at 70, which is unusual for an automatic. And it's a screamer. We're still working on this bus. It's going to be a beauty. She's really, really a good runner. We had both buses, the 77 and the 80, in a video yesterday. And they wanted a modern bus. They wanted modern buses in their pictures. And then when they realized the Crowns were used daily up till 4 years ago, they considered these 40-year-old buses to be modern. And they paid us to have them in the movie yesterday. It's kind of cool. And here's another one of Mike McLean's buses over here. That's a project in action, in work. It is a runner. And it's another 855. Mike likes his 855. I like the Detroit. They're both great engines. So, along with a lot of other vintage iron, including a whole bunch of really old buses back here and back you can't see very well, this is J&R. Quite a place. All right, we're going to take this bus out and take it for a ride and see how you like it.